Akker. Just the Bulls forward pack has been very strong this season, scrums and mauls. And obviously it was the scrum turnover that won the game against Leinster at Loftus. So what are you guys expecting? Do you expect more of the same at Croke Park?
Yeah, obviously it's Bulls' tradition to be forward dominant. Obviously we pride ourselves on our set piece. Obviously it's never perfect. There was a few this week that we aren't very proud of. So obviously it just needs to be better, especially in the final. There can't be any soft moments.
Thanks. And in which areas do you expect Leinster to come at you the hardest?
Obviously they've got a fully Irish team, so I think everywhere they've got threats, scrum, lineouts, lineout play. So I think it's going to be the entire game basically.
Thanks, Akker, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thanks, Darling. Hi, Akker. Hope you're well. I just looking at continuing on the theme of the senior players, the bench.
Sorry, you're breaking up a bit.
How important is the bench going into this game? You know, having we've seen guys like you, Eskom also coming from the bench. But then how? I was just asking about the bench. How important will the bench be in this game? You know, having senior players come through in the game in the final, final minutes whereby it's quite tight.
It's obviously gonna be massive
Can you-
because it's not a 15-man game anymore. It's a
Hello?
Hello. Sorry, what gaan nie aan?
Okay.
So good.
Ati, we've got your question. How important will the bench be with seniors coming off the bench, assuming that the bench has seniors? Thanks, Akker.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be massively important because it's not a 15-man game anymore. It's a 23-man effort. So everyone just needs to basically stay calm and in control. It doesn't help if the bench comes on and we erratic and go off script.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Luna.
How's it, Akker? Brendan Earlier. Just last season in that final, you came off the bench as well. One of the things, just to carry on from Ati's question, one of the things that has got a lot better this season is the impact of the bench, and you've often been part of that impact when you've come onto the field. Just your thoughts on how the bench has changed and the role of the bench has changed for you guys over this since last year's final.
I think, like I said, it's a 23-man effort, and although everyone wants to start and wants to be there from the get-go, it's not a individual thing. Obviously, team comes first, and I think that's where everyone actually made a massive step up this season.
You guys have obviously got quite a good record against Leinster. I think over the URC, it's you've won 4 of the 6 clashes against them. Not always the same team that you're obviously going to play this weekend, but last year's semi-final comes to mind where you guys would put up a very big performance. Going into this week's game, just how much? I mean, you're quite an experienced guy by now. How much does these big games still excite you, and what are you expecting this weekend?
I think that is probably one thing that we've been driving since tour, since Monster, Glasgow. It's just excitement all around, just to have a smile on your face when you get on the field and just enjoy everything you do. I think, and that's been a massive turnaround point for us.
Thanks, man. Good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
Is that me, Luca?
That's him.
Thank you so much, sir. Akker Percival Young van ENC, meneer. Akker, kan ek jou vinnig vra? Baie van jou kollegas word nog gevra oor hierdie stadion wat julle die naweek gaan speel, Croke Park, meneer. Nie baie van ons Suid-Afrikaners en selfs julle van spelers het al ervaring van Croke Park nie. Jou afrigter in die aanloop tot die kwartfinalestryd en die halffinalestryd het aanhoudend vir my benadruk hoe 'n voorreg dit is om vir jou tuiskare te speel. Skielik moet die Bulls in 'n eindstryd weg van die huis af speel, meneer. Hoe groot is die uitdaging dan om in so 'n vreemde stadion voor grootskaalse Leinster ondersteuners te speel, meneer?
Nee, ek dink soos ek gesê het, van toer af het ons dit baie gedryf net mekaar se geselskap geniet. Ek dink ons het 'n baie goeie band gekry tussen die spelers. Ons almal geniet mekaar en ek dink dit dra oor tot op die veld. So op die einde van die dag, obviously sou dit gehelp het om op Loftus te speel. Dit is obviously lekker geweest, maar dit is tog lekker om 'n week as 'n span saam in 'n hotel te kan spandeer en net lekker tyd saam te kan spandeer.
En dan laastens aan Akker, hoe maak jy dan die tuisspan, die gedigte tuisspan dan stil voor hulle tuiskare van ek dink 'n sleutel tot enige wedstryd, byvoorbeeld wedstryd veral in klubwedstryde, sodra jy 24ste man die skare byvoorbeeld stil kan maak, dan het jy al reeds 'n voordeel. Of is dit nie die geval hierdie naweek teen die Leinster span nie?
Nee, obviously ons almal weet wat 'n groot rol skare het, maar as ek sê ons gaan nie sê ons gee nie om nie, maar ons is meer gefokus op wat is in ons 23 ouens gebeur en wat is in die 4 heilige gebeur as wat buite dit gebeur.
Akker, ek sê jou baie dankie, meneer. Thank you so much, Lunga.
Dankie.
How's it, Akker?
Hallo.
Just having a look at this weekend's referee, it's the same ref that has refereed the last 3 finals in a row, which is Andrea Piardi.
Yes.
When you look at the fact that each time he's refereed a URC final, the away team has won, how do you look at that? Do you look at it from the perspective of it's obviously good hope for you guys this weekend, or do you look at it from the perspective of, well, you guys played under him last year and lost a final?
No, thinking about it is actually more of just control. The controllables, obviously, ref is outside our control, so we just have to do what we can do and make his life just a bit easier, I think.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Akker, Ronaldo here. You've been in multiple teams across your career. What stands out about this Bulls group this season that makes you believe that this final can actually be different this year?
Yeah, obviously, first thing is there's no egos, so that makes it a lot easier. And everyone always talks about brotherhood and that bond, and I actually think that we have it here. It obviously took us a bit to get here, but I think the team as a whole is actually at a very good point.
And just a last question. You're obviously a Bulls fans' favorite. What would your message be to those guys supporting and watching you guys from back home this weekend?
Ek gaan dit ek in Afrikaans sê, maar steek 'n vuur aan, gooi brandewyn en skryf ons deur die TV.
Sterkte, Akker.
Dankie.
Rian Noctua, followed by Ken Bolland, and then let's see what time we have left.
Hi, Akker. Rian here from the Irish Independent. I just want to ask you the same question that I asked Marcel. Obviously, you've had so many games against Leinster, but also South African teams have played some cracking games against Irish teams, both internationally and at club level. I just want to get what your thoughts were of the rivalry over the last few years, and obviously going into this game, both of you guys are hoping for that elusive trophy. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on the battles with the Irish teams over the years and how big this final is.
No, it's obviously massive. You know what a good outfit Leinster is, but if, like I said, if we can control what we can control and not focus on the other team or external factors, then I think we'll be all right.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Akker.
there's obviously a lot of focus on the Bulls scrum, and rightly so, because it's been such a strength. But in a game like the final, the lineouts can also be very, very important. Teams can disrupt the opposition there and really, make it hard for them to attack. Just how important do you think the lineouts will be on Saturday, and what do you make of Leinster's ability in the lineout?
Well, like I said, they've got a pretty good spread of variation from attacks. So like you said, it's going to be especially important for us to try and put them under pressure so that it's not too easy for them to strike from lineouts.
Malik, one question. So let's give the last question to Carl Fabian, please.
Akker, baie dankie vir die geleentheid. Ek hoop jy kan my hoor.
Yes.
Ons het nou baie gepraat oor die hoes, die waars en die brandewyn en Croke, en dit gaan ons doen. Wat dink jy gaan die groot verskil wees tussen wen en verloor Saterdag?
Ek dink dit is actually makliker om te sê as om dit te doen, maar dit is obviously 'n groot wedstryd, maar vir ons is dit net nog 'n wedstryd. Ons moet die oomblik groter maak as wat dit is nie. Ons moet nie te veel druk op onsself sit en ek dink ons moet uitgaan en dit gaan geniet. Ek dink dit is tog hoekom mense rugby speel, is vir die groot oomblikke, net om dit in te neem en net om van te hê en uit te gaan en jouself te express.
Waardeer opreg.
Okay.